this is Mark from Northwest Bourbon. We are going to do a fresh crack from a fresh new distillery. Are you ready? Get ready. Hey everybody, today we're going to try out 2 single barrels from Oaklore Distillery in North Carolina. My buddy Matt went to North Carolina for a class, and while he was there, he went by and visited Oaklore, and he did a tasting there, got to try a few of their single barrel offerings, and he brought back a bottle from barrel number 1 and barrel number 3. He said he liked 1 and 3 more than number 2. And they came in this cool box that he brought, and he told me that he wanted to give them to us so we could do a fresh crack and do a review on them. Now, I had never heard of Oaklore Distillery before, and so I contacted them on Instagram to ask them some information. So I got an email back from Matt, one of the owners, and he said that they put these in the barrels in 2017 and they didn't pull it out before it was ready to be pulled out. He said batches 1 and 3 were bold and spicy. He also let me know the mash bill was 70, 20, 10. So 70% rye, and he bumped the corn up to 20 to get that good sweetness out of it. So let's go ahead and crack these bad boys open. Alright, so we got both of these open. We're going to pour them in our American whiskey glasses from Whiskey Wisdom. I think I'm going to pour barrel number 1 and the one with the Northwest Bourbon sticker on it. And I'm going to pour number 3 into my plain one. Ooh. Alright, let's give that a couple twists around and get it agitated, get it nice and spun up so it can give some good flavors on the nose for us. There's some sweet vanilla right off the bat. There's almost like a sweet iced tea note in there. Little herbal, little spicy, little sweet. Smells pretty good. Let's see what glass 3 smells like. I meant barrel number 3, not glass 3. Amateur hour over here. Alright, spin up 3. Well, you know what? Just off that first little whiff, 3 smells darker. Still get some of those nice kind of vanilla frosting, nice sweet notes, but there's a darker note in barrel 3 that I wasn't getting from barrel 1. Almost like a black cherry. Smells pretty good. Alright, I'm going to try out barrel number 1 first. Cheers to you guys. Okay. It does change a little bit as it goes through your mouth. It goes from being really sweet and light, like not very viscous up front. The mouth coating in the back is nice, but I wish there was more mouth coating in the front. Ooh, second sip. Now that my palate is a little more acclimated, that second sip had a lot more bold fruits and spices coming up more towards the middle of the palate, when on the first sip I only got it towards the back. That third sip got a little bit more fruit. I got the spice in the finish, the bold spiciness coming down. What's the proof on these? Barrel number 1 is 46%, and barrel 3 is 46.5, so it's 93. Alright, let's check out barrel 3 on the palate. Cheers. Just off that very first sip, I like barrel 3 more. I like it. There's darker, bolder fruits in the middle of the palate. The spices were a little bit more up front on the sides of your tongue. The finish was almost smoother, not as much spice on the finish. And the front of the mouthfeel was a little bit more viscous than barrel 1. And like I said, I like barrel 3 more than barrel 1 for now, but I'm going to go back to 1 and see how it does after doing barrel 3. So let's go back to number 1. Yeah, it's still there. It is not as mouth coating up front, and it's got more spice in the back. You know, I didn't think about it until just now. A lot of ryes have a lot of citrus or a lot of mint, and I'm not getting very much of either one of those flavors, citrus or mint. I'm not getting very much of either one of those. Let me go back to 3 again. Yeah, I like that. I might have to pour myself a sample before I give these bottles back so I can have some of it later. But overall, you know what? I think this is the first whiskey I've had from North Carolina. So North Carolina, cheers to you. Oaklore Distillery, keep doing what you're doing. I can't wait to try some of your stuff when it gets a little bit older, and especially if you put out some stuff at cask strength or if you start making bourbon. So my question to you is, have any of you guys tried Oaklore Distilling or even heard of them? If you have, drop a note in the comments and tell me about your experience with them. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Remember, earn, protect, enjoy. Cheers.